the gray film on your shower walls. Congratulations. None of that is a coincidence. None of it needs its own bottle to fix. Cleaning brands sell a separate product for every smell. Deodorizer pods, grout sprays, washer tablets, trash fresheners, scent boosters, bleach cleaners, replace not fix products. Almost all 9 of those problems come down to one ingredient sitting forgotten in your medicine cabinet. It's basically water with one extra oxygen atom, and that atom is about to do jobs those brands don't want it doing. Let's start with the one almost everyone deals with. That funky smell rising out of the kitchen drain every time you run hot water. Most people grab a gel cleaner or fizzing drain tablet, and sure, that works for a day or two before the smell creeps right back in. Here's what those bottles won't tell you. You can't perfume away organic gunk. Grease and food particles are breaking down inside the pipe, and hydrogen peroxide attacks that gunk at the source instead of just covering it up. Pour a cup of 3% hydrogen peroxide straight down the drain and listen. It fizzes almost immediately against the buildup on the pipe walls. For stubborn drains, sprinkle baking soda down first, then follow with the peroxide for extra foaming power. Let it sit at least an hour, ideally overnight, then flush with hot water. Do this weekly, and the smell stops coming back because there's nothing organic left inside that pipe for it to come from anymore. And it costs about $1 a bottle to maintain, not a service call. Now cutting boards, congratulations, you're probably storing more bacteria on yours than on most other surfaces in your kitchen. One widely cited NSF International study found cutting boards can carry more germs than a typical bathroom doorknob, which is exactly why food safety guides warn that wiping one down with a sponge isn't enough. Spray the board with white vinegar first, then follow immediately with hydrogen peroxide. The two fizz right on the surface and kill far more than soap and water ever could, without leaving any chemical taste behind on something you're about to cut raw chicken on. Let it air dry on a rack instead of toweling it off. That extra minute of contact time keeps working while you walk away. It works on plastic boards just as well. Laundry is next, and it's a problem most people blame on the wrong culprit. That musty smell clinging to towels and gym clothes even after a full wash cycle comes from bacteria the detergent never fully killed, not from needing more fabric softener. Add half a cup of 3% hydrogen peroxide to the wash with your regular detergent, and it oxidizes the bacteria causing the smell instead of just masking it under fragrance. Your towels come out actually clean, not just floral scented on top of the problem. It works just as well on bath mats, gym bags, and reusable grocery bags. 2 or 3 more items quietly going musty without anyone ever noticing. Which brings us to the machine itself, because here's something almost nobody ever checks. That same musty smell can be coming from inside your washing machine, not your clothes at all. Detergent residue and fabric softener quietly build up inside the rubber gasket and drum over months, hiding in folds you can't see without pulling the seal back, and scent boosters do nothing to touch it. They're just covering one smell with another. Run an empty hot cycle with 2 cups of hydrogen peroxide poured directly into the drum. Then wipe down the rubber seal by hand afterward. You'll be genuinely surprised how much black gunk comes off on that cloth. Leave the door cracked open between loads afterward, since trapped moisture is what let the gunk build up there in the first place. Shower buildup works the same way, just out in the open where you can actually watch it happen. That filmy haze on the glass and tile isn't only soap scum, it's mineral deposits and bacteria the soap left behind every time you rinse off. Spray undiluted hydrogen peroxide directly onto the glass, tile, and shower curtain. Let it bubble for about 10 minutes, then wipe clean with a microfiber cloth. It works on chrome fixtures and glass shower doors too. No rinsing required and no fumes to air out of the bathroom once you're done. Then there's grout, where most commercial cleaners quietly give up. Bleach wipes the surface of grout lines clean, but it can't reach the mold actually living inside the porous material, which is exactly why it always seems to come back within weeks, no matter how hard you scrub. Hydrogen peroxide's fizzing action lets it work into those same tiny pores bleach can't reach. One widely cited analysis of household mold exposure found significant mold in a large share of North American homes, often hiding in grout lines people assume are already clean simply because the surface looks white again. Spray it on, let it foam for a full 15 minutes, then scrub with an old toothbrush. And this time, the mold actually has nowhere left to hide. And grout is just the visible part, because the next few spots in this house don't even look dirty at all. Here's where this stops being about smells and starts being about something a little more serious. That overflow slot near the top of your bathroom sink, the one you've probably never thought twice about, is a perfect breeding ground for biofilm, a slimy bacterial layer that forms wherever water sits, undisturbed long enough. Your toothbrush holder, razor holder, and soap dish are doing the exact same thing. Congratulations. Quietly hosting bacteria every day you reach for them without a second thought, right next to the brush you put in your mouth. Fill a small cup with 3% hydrogen peroxide and pour it slowly into that overflow hole, then spray the holder and dish directly and let everything sit 10 minutes before rinsing clean. Run a little through your shower head too, since mineral buildup clogs those holes in exactly the same quiet way every single day. Do this every couple of weeks and you're not just freshening the bathroom anymore. You're actually disinfecting it, a different job entirely from what any air freshener was ever built to do. The bathtub overflow drain gets the same treatment. Most people forget it even exists until it starts to smell, usually right around the time guests are coming over. The trash can is next, with higher stakes attached. That smell isn't just decomposing food at the bottom, it's bacteria multiplying in the residue left on the plastic, and one widely cited study on household surfaces found trash cans rank among the most bacteria-dense spots in an average home, right up there with kitchen sponges. The same goes for diaper pails and recycling bins, which almost nobody ever thinks to disinfect, even though they sit in the same kitchen as your food. Empty the can completely, spray the inside walls and lid with undiluted hydrogen peroxide. Let it foam for a full 15 minutes, then rinse with hot water and air dry upside down outside if you can. Scent pucks were never designed to do any of that. They cover a smell, they don't touch the bacteria causing it. Even the lid's rubber gasket holds onto grime, so wipe that down with the same spray while you're in there, along with the outside handle everyone touches with dirty hands. And now the one almost nobody on earth ever checks. The toilet tank. Lift the lid sometime and look inside. You'll likely find a ring of pink, orange, or black buildup clinging to the walls, mineral deposits and mold quietly growing there for years, completely untouched by every bowl cleaner you've ever used, because bowl cleaners only touch the bowl, never the tank above it. Pour 2 cups of 3% hydrogen peroxide directly into the tank. Let it sit 30 minutes while it works through the buildup. Then scrub the walls with a long-handled brush before flushing it away twice to clear the foam completely. Do this every few months, and that tank stays clean for good. Fixed, not just hidden behind a closed lid where nobody ever looks, including, statistically, you, until right now. A few quick safety notes before you reach for that brown bottle on everything in sight. Stick to standard 3% concentration from any pharmacy or grocery store. Anything stronger needs real protective gear and isn't meant for casual household use. Keep it away from your eyes and mouth and wear gloves if your skin reacts easily to most household products. Crack a window in a small bathroom just for comfort, even though it isn't releasing anything toxic. Never mix hydrogen peroxide with bleach or ammonia-based cleaners in the same container. That combination is what actually produces harmful fumes, so keep those products on completely separate cleaning days. Store the bottle somewhere dark and cool, since light is exactly what breaks it down early. And always test a hidden spot first on anything you're unsure about. Hydrogen peroxide handles all of this beautifully. The smells, the buildup, the daily bacteria nobody else bothers with. But if you're looking at black mold spread across an entire wall, A sewage backup, a clogged water won't move through no matter what you pour down it, or a tank that's actually cracked at the base. That's where a licensed plumber or a real mold remediation crew earns their fee, and no amount of peroxide from any cabinet substitutes for that kind of professional work. For everything else, though, every smell, every ring, every bit of gunk hiding in the parts of your house nobody else checks. That $1 brown bottle has had the answer the whole time. The companies selling you a different specialty bottle for each of those problems already knew that, and they were simply hoping you wouldn't find out while it sat quietly in your medicine cabinet long before you ever needed it. It's worth saying plainly why this works when an entire industry insists otherwise. Hydrogen peroxide oxidizes organic material, and that's a fundamentally different action than scent or surface wiping. Most retail cleaning products are formulated to mask odor or lift visible residue, which is a real job, just not the same job as breaking down what's actually causing the smell or buildup in the first place. A scent booster can make a hamper smell like lavender for a week, but the bacteria underneath that smell never left. It's just sitting there, slightly more fragrant, waiting for the fragrance to wear off so it can announce itself again. That's the entire business model in a sentence. That's not a conspiracy exactly. It's just easier and cheaper to sell 12 specialty bottles than to put a $1 multi-purpose solution on a shelf and explain 12 different uses for it on the label. Single-purpose products are also just simpler to market. A grout spray sells itself in 4 words, while an oxidizer that handles grout, drains, laundry, and 8 other things needs a label nobody's reading in a store aisle. None of this means you need to throw out every cleaning product you own. Bleach still has its place. Commercial disinfectants still meet standards peroxide alone won't hit, and a soft scrub still beats peroxide for certain physical stains. What it does mean is that the next time something in your house smells a little off and you're standing in the cleaning aisle deciding which of 9 bottles to buy, there's a decent chance the answer was already sitting behind your mirror.